Half a day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Oh, hi, or Bula in Fijian. I'm Mr. Gomez, and today I'm going to teach you something. I'll be your 3rd to 5th grade literacy teacher, and I'm so thrilled to meet you. I'm new here, and I hope we can learn a lot more about each other in the next few weeks. Wait just 1 second. There, I think I'm finally done. Oh, what am I doing here, you ask? Well, I'm painting. You know what? I'm not very good at it, but like all things in life, as long as you try and put sincere effort in it, you will surely improve. And guess what? I think this is my best creation yet. What was that? You want to see it? Well, okay. But first, let me tell you more about it before I show you. First of all, have you ever heard of the word abstract? Well, if you haven't, abstract is a bit hard to understand. Kind of like my painting here. So let's talk about nouns to help you understand abstract. There are many kinds of nouns, as you already know. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. There's a singular noun and a plural noun, a common noun, and a proper noun. Abstract is one of them, and so is concrete. Let's talk about concrete nouns first, shall we? A concrete noun is a noun that can be sensed with your 5 senses. It is a person, a place, or a thing that you can see, that you can hear, that you can smell, that you can touch, and you can taste. For example, this paintbrush. I can see this paintbrush. It has red handle and black bristles. I can even touch this paintbrush, and when I tap it, I could even hear the sound. I can smell this paintbrush. Yuck. And I can even taste it. Yuck! I should not have done that. Basically, everything you can sense with your 5 senses is a concrete noun. Another way to remember a concrete noun is a concrete wall. Have you ever hit your head on a concrete wall? Well, If you have, you would definitely remember. Or maybe not. Do you want more examples of concrete nouns? Well, you're in luck. This is a concrete noun. This is a concrete noun. And this is a concrete noun. Everything you see with your eyes is a concrete noun. Look at my puppy. Isn't he adorable? Now, an abstract noun is the opposite of a concrete noun. It is something that you cannot see, that you cannot hear, smell, touch, or even taste. In fact, an abstract noun is an idea, a quality, or condition. When it comes to abstract nouns, it's not easy to draw. In fact, people have different ideas or mental pictures of those words, such as intelligence, beauty, or love. For example, peace. Not those peace, but this peace. If only it was that simple to just have inner peace or world peace. This by itself is not peace. Or how about imagination? Yeah, you can draw a brain for imagination, but the brain itself is not imagination. It's an organ that produces imagination. Or teamwork. How do you even draw teamwork? Yeah, you could draw a group of people in a team, but how do you show that they are using teamwork? These abstract nouns are not easy to draw because people can have different ideas of what they could be. Now, are you ready to see my painting? Okay. Here you go. In this painting, I was able to show many abstract nouns. For example, beauty, because it's a beautiful painting. Secondly, nature, because of the ocean, the sun, and the beautiful sky. And relaxation, because to tell you the truth, whenever I look at it, it relaxes me. To sum it up, concrete nouns are nouns that you can experience with your 5 senses. You can see it, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can hear it, and you can even taste it. But abstract nouns are nouns that deal with ideas and cannot be seen or touched. Anyway, that's all the time I have for you today. I really hope you learned something. But before I go, I just want to tell you to love yourself because you deserve it, and love your neighbors because they need it. Until next time, bye!
Hello and Bula! My name is Miss Pama, your 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math teacher. Bula in Fijian means hello. Are you guys ready to learn about fractions? Today I invited a special friend over to help us learn more about fractions. Hi everyone! My name is Pamala from Pamala's Pizza Place. And I am so sorry. I need to get that because I never leave a call unanswered. Bula! Pamala's Pizza Place. May I take your order? 1 large pizza. What are your toppings? On the same pizza? Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, half cheese, a quarter pepperoni, an 1/8 sausage, and an 1/8 ham? Oh, yeah, no problem. No order is too complicated for Pamala. We'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, no. Is everything okay? Usually, When someone orders a pizza, they order 1 whole cheese pizza, 1 pepperoni pizza, 1 sausage pizza, 1 ham pizza. For this order, she wants half a cheese pizza, a quarter pepperoni, an 1/8 ham, and an 1/8 sausage? What's a half? What's a quarter? What's an 1/8? Pamela, calm down. Remember, star. Stop, take a deep breath, and relax. We will help you, okay? My friends out there and I will show you how to make parts of a whole pizza into halves, quarters, and eighths.
What is a fraction? A fraction represents equal parts of a whole. A fraction has 2 parts. The number below the fraction bar is called the denominator. The denominator tells us how many parts the whole is divided into. For example, if we have a watermelon sliced into 5 equal slices, the denominator of this fraction would be 5. The number on top of the fraction bar is called the numerator. The numerator tells us how many parts of the whole we have. For example, if I am really hungry and take 3 slices from the watermelon, the numerator would be 3. So I would have eaten 3 out of 5 slices of watermelon, or 3/5 of the watermelon. A fraction can also represent part of a collection. Let's say we have a group of 4 sports balls. One of the balls is a basketball and the other 3 are soccer balls. Let's figure out what fraction of the balls are basketballs. So remember that a fraction has 2 parts with a fraction bar in the middle. The top number is the numerator and the bottom number is the denominator. The bottom number tells us the total number of parts or units. How many sports balls are there? Yes, 4. There are 4 sports balls altogether. Now remember, we are asking for the fraction of sports balls that are basketballs. So, how many basketballs are there? Yes, just 1. The number 1 is the numerator. So 1/4, or 1/4 of the sports balls are basketballs. Great job! Now let's help Amala with her pizza problem. We need to make a whole pizza with half cheese topping, a quarter pepperoni, an 1/8 ham, and an 1/8 sausage. When something is divided into 2 parts, we call them halves. Remember what a fraction looks like? The numerator is on top and the denominator is on the bottom. The total number of slices we have when we slice our pizza into 2 parts is 2. So that means our denominator will be 2. If we want 1 out of the 2 slices to have a cheese topping, then half of our pizza will be cheese. Now, we need a quarter of our pizza to have some pepperoni. When our pizza is divided into 4 parts, we call them fourths or quarters. Since we need 1 out of 4 of these slices to have pepperoni, the fraction of our pepperoni slice is 1/4. Now we have half a cheese pizza and a quarter pepperoni. If we cut our pizza again, we will now have 8 slices of pizza altogether. What do you think our denominator will be? That's right! Our denominator will be 8. When you divide a whole into 8 parts, the parts are called eighths. Since we want a fraction of 1/8 of our whole pizza to be sausage, this 1 slice of pizza will have sausage. This other slice of pizza, since it is an 1/8 of our whole pizza, will then be ham. There you have it! 1 whole pizza with half cheese, a quarter pepperoni, an 1/8 sausage, and an 1/8 ham. Wow! Thank you so much, Miss Palma, for saving Pamela's Pizza Place and for teaching us some fabulous fraction facts.
Now it's time for me to deliver this pizza. Bye, friends. It was nice to meet you. Wow, that was fun helping Pamala out with her pizza problem. I hope you learned a little bit about fractions today. It isn't that difficult, is it? Remember, a fraction is something that shows you parts of a whole or a collection. The top number of a fraction is called a numerator. It tells you how many parts we are talking about. The bottom number is the denominator. It tells you the total number of parts the whole is divided into. Every day we use fractions without even knowing it. We use fractions when we share food. We use fractions when we cook or bake. We also use fractions when we go shopping. Gotta love those half-off sales. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Bye everyone! I hope to see you next time. And remember, don't forget to smile today.
Okay, can I get everybody to gather around, hi, or bula, as they say in Fiji. I'm here to help you guys with the fashion show today. I hear there's gonna be some modeling, right? So I've brought my camera here. I set up a runway so you guys can practice your walking, because today is all about modeling. Okay, so I want you to be fierce and strong. I want you to show me emotion without showing me too much emotion. Show me your face without showing me your face. I want you to walk like an animal who's walking like a person who's walking like an animal. Excuse me? That's not the kind of modeling I'm supposed to be talking to you about? Oops. Well, I guess we're in the wrong place for that. You know what? Meet me back in the classroom. I'll be there in a flash. Get it? In a flash. See you in a second. Wow, I got that so wrong, didn't I? But you can see where I made my mistake. Modeling, models, modeling, models. Anyway, we're gonna talk about models, making models. And that makes a lot more sense because I'm your 3rd through 5th grade science teacher. First of all, let's get your creative juices flowing. And let me ask you a couple of questions. First of all, what are some kinds of models that you've seen before?
A skeleton.
Yeah.
An eyeball.
Yeah, those are such great suggestions. How about where have you seen models?
A museum. A classroom.
Wow, you guys have seen a lot of models. That's awesome, great suggestions. Models, what are they? They're visual representations of objects, ideas, and things we can't experience or can't see directly. Why do we use models? Well, in science, there are several different reasons why we use models. I'm going to talk about 5 of them. Sometimes models are necessary when things are so small that we can't see them without special equipment. Things like plant and animal cells or super tiny creatures like ants. But when we use models, we can hold them in our hands and we can see them and study them and learn more about them. Some things are too big for us to examine without models. Like this, for example. This is a globe. It's a model of the Earth. There's no way that we could study the Earth as a whole without using a model. Now that I have a model in my hand, I can hold it and look around and spin it around. Pretty cool, huh? Models can also be made to represent things that aren't around anymore. Maybe like ancient cities or animals that are extinct, like dinosaurs, for example. Gone but not forgotten, because we can make models of their bones, models of their habitats, and we can still learn and study about things like dinosaurs even though they aren't around. Dinosaurs are so cool. We can also use models to plan and talk about things that don't exist yet or haven't happened yet. And models can be made to represent things that are hard to get to or hidden behind or inside of something so that we can still study and learn about things that we can't see. So those are some of the main reasons why we use models, especially in science. When things are too small, when things are way too big, when things are not around anymore, when something doesn't exist or hasn't happened yet, or when something is hard to get to or hidden inside or behind something else. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's talk to some models.
Hi, I'm a globe, but you probably knew that already. My name is Bertha, and I am a model. That means I'm a professional. It's my job to be a smaller version of the Earth that you can use to study, examine, and learn from right in the palm of your hand. Here's one of my model friends. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone! I'm a model too. A model of a plant cell. My name is Celine. Scientists use me to help them study things that are too small to see without special equipment. I help people understand what plant cells look like and how they work. Yeah, I'm pretty important. Here's another one of our friends. Toodaloo!
Well, hello there. I'm Kane. I'm a volcano and I'm awesome. You can take my picture now. You're welcome. Obviously, I was born to be a model because I represent things that are hard to get to or are hidden behind or inside of something else. See this red stuff? It's super hot lava that comes from deep under the ground. Normally, this is what you see when you look at a volcano. But because of me, you can see what's hidden inside my volcano walls. See? Told you. I'm awesome.
I hope you're not hidden when my next video comes out, because now that we know what models are and why we use them, I want to show you how to make some models. Models are used in science to help us learn and understand things better. Things that are too small, things that are too big, things that don't exist anymore, things that haven't happened yet, or things that are hidden behind something else. So, come back next week and see me, Mrs. Borja, your 3rd through 5th grade science teacher with PBS University. But since I have all of this stuff set up already, maybe I'll practice some modeling myself, the other kind of modeling. Be good, read books. Bye!
Hafa students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Bula, everyone! That means hello in the Fijian culture, but it can also mean other things like life. Doesn't that have such a warm and beautiful meaning? Well, Bula, and welcome back to PBS University. My name is Mrs. Christine Palma, and I am your 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade social studies teacher. And today, I plan to go visit the zoo. Would you like to come? Great! Let's go. Wow! This place is huge! I think I'm gonna get lost here. What do you think I need? A map! Very good. I need a map. Where can I find a map? Oh, hey, it's a zoo map. There you go. Now what do we do? Open it up. Okay, all right. Well, it looks like drawings. Is that what a map is? Is a map a drawing? You are right. A map isn't a real picture. It is a drawing of a place as if you were looking at it from above. Imagine riding in an airplane and looking down below. Let's take a look at this zoo map. Do you know where the entrance to the zoo is? Great. When you enter, you will see a water fountain. To your left, you will see camels, giraffes, and horses. To your right, you will see tigers, lions, bears, cheetahs. Going up, you'll see the elephants, snakes, and the monkeys. In the middle of the zoo, you will see restrooms, as well as a restaurant that says food. Then on the left side of the center part of the zoo, you'll see the turtles, the hippos, and the rhinoceros. Next stop, an amusement park. Would you like to come as well? Perfect. Let's go. Oh my gosh. This is such an exciting place. There's so many rides. There's so many things to do here. I can't wait. But where do we start and how do we get around? That's right. We need a map. Very good. Let's see if the magical fairy will give me a map. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a map?
Here you go.
Thank you. Well, here is the map of the amusement park. Take a look. Can you identify where the entrance is? Perfect. Straight ahead from the entrance is the circus tent. And on your left, you will find the ticket booth. On the right side, you will see a carousel. And then towards the middle on the left, you'll see different kinds of rides. And at the back is my favorite ride of all, the Ferris wheel. And oh my goodness, do I see bumper cars? This is so exciting! So now we have already seen two kinds of maps, one for the zoo and one for an amusement park. So are those the only places we can see maps? No, in fact, there are all kinds of maps. Take a look at this round model of the Earth. It is three-dimensional, which means it has height, width, and depth. A map is only two-dimensional, meaning it only has height and width. Like this. This is a map of the globe. It looks like we took the globe apart and put it on a sheet of paper. So this kind of map is two-dimensional. It has height and width. Other maps can zoom in on places and show you smaller parts, like a map of Guam. This is a big map of the island of Guam. It looks bigger than the world map, but we are zooming in on certain places, which is our tiny island. Maps are also good for when you move into a new village or a new neighborhood. Here's an example of a neighborhood map. Pretend this is your house. If you look this way, you see you have a neighbor. If you walk across and onto the crosswalk here, you will see the school, and that is represented by the school bus. Next, if you walk over here, it looks like it's a central park. From here, if you go to the right side, it's a church. If you walk straight ahead up here, it looks like another neighbor's house. And over here, looks like the fire department. And right next door to the fire department is a basketball court. This neighborhood map is essential when you want to find out where things are in your new neighborhood. Another kind of map is called a road map, and this is so important, especially for your parents who are driving you around. Let's say you move to a new place and you don't know where all the streets are or how to get from one store to another store or to anywhere. This would be a good time to use a road map. And here's an example of what a road map can look like.
A road map can show you all the different street names and routes in your city or new neighborhood. And this is a map of where you can find all the animals of the world. I call this the animal map. I bet you won't find any penguins in Africa or zebras in Alaska. Why? Well, Africa is really hot and Alaska is really cold. Which reminds me, we also have a climate map. This is an example of a world climate zone map, and it shows you that the different kinds of colors on this map represents the temperatures. Blue says polar zone or subpolar zone, which means it's very cold. It gets a little bit warmer when it goes to green. The orange says subtropical zone, which is a very tropical kind of climate. Then the tropical zone is here, the yellow one, and the red one is an equatorial zone, which I'm guessing is really hot or really warm. So let's recap. We had a zoo map, an amusement park map, a neighborhood map, a road map, a world map, a Guam map, a climate zone map, an animal map. Is there anything I'm missing? Oh, a treasure map. Look what I have, boys and girls, a treasure map. And treasure maps lead to treasures. Well, at least I think it does. But a treasure map marks the location of buried treasure, or maybe a lost mine, or something valuable and secret. What do you say we find this treasure? Now that we know all about maps and the different kinds of maps, I'm pretty confident in naming you the captain of our treasure adventure because you are so smart, so awesome, and so special. Let's go find some treasure. Come on!
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Bula. Bula is how they say hello in Fiji. My name is Mr. Peksa. I am your 3rd through 5th grade character education teacher. And today, I have an exciting lesson for you on composure. Composure is a skill. It's the skill of being able to stay calm and relaxed, even when we're nervous or upset. I have 2 special friends that are gonna join us and help us to learn about composure. I'm so excited for you to see them. Let's take a look at our first lesson. I'm never gonna get this, and I'll never be good at anything. If I don't learn how to play this song on the guitar, I won't be able to join the talent show. And if I can't join the talent show, how am I gonna make any friends? Oh my, what is this? I see this young man. His face is going like this, and his body is going like this. He looks upset. He might even be having a bad day. Star! Hello, young man. I see your face going like this, and your body going like this. It makes me think that something might be wrong, like maybe you're having a bad day today. I'm trying to learn this song on the guitar because I want to join the talent show. Because I'm hoping that if I join the talent show and do a really good job, some of the other kids will think I'm cool and then I can make some friends. Oh, I see. I understand how that could be a problem. I know. You're in luck. Today is your lucky day. I know exactly what you need. What you need is composure. C-O-M-P-O-S-U-R-E. Composure. Composure? What's that? Composure is when you can stay calm and relaxed, even when the world around you is going a little crazy and you're afraid. Composure? How do I learn composure? It's easy, my boy. All you have to do is remember to be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax. When things are going wrong, remember to stay calm. Things won't always be so scary, crazy. The best thing you can do is take a breath or two to calm your nerves when your voice is shaky. Composure is a thing that's gonna help you sing and share your songs with everyone around. And even if you're scared, remember, you prepared. I know that you can do it, don't back down. Shine on, you can be a star. Stop. Take a breath and relax right where you are. No one's always perfect. Everyone gets nervous, but you can take a breath and be a star. So when you play guitar, just show them who you are. Show them just how beautifully you shine. You just might inspire your friends to find their fire, and all of us together can be stars. Shine on, you can be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax right where you are. No one's always perfect. Everyone gets nervous, but you can take a breath and be a star. Shine on, you can be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax right where you are. No one's always perfect. Everyone gets nervous, but you can take a breath and be a star. Shine on, you can be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax right where you are. No one's always perfect. Everyone gets nervous, but you can take a breath and be a star. Shine on, you can be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax right where you are. No one's always perfect. Everyone gets nervous, but you can take a breath and be a star. Oh, very well done, my boy. I knew that you could do it. And you're gonna be just fine at that talent show. And remember, when you get nervous, just be a star. Stop, take a breath, and relax. Okay, my boy, take care. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Wasn't that a great song? Star sure is a terrific singer. Do you remember the first thing to do with composure? That's right, be a star. We stop, take a breath, and relax. Let's go ahead and do that together. Let's give it a try. Let's stop, take a breath, and relax. You can do this anytime you're feeling nervous, mad, or upset. It's a great way for remaining calm and having composure. Well, that's all we have time for today's lesson. Thank you for joining me. I can't wait to see you in lesson 2. I have something fantastic planned. Until then, keep practicing composure, and you too can be a star. Bye-bye.
Half a day. Half a day. Half a day. Ali. Half a day. Half a day, my PBS friends. And Ali. Ali also means hello or half a day in Palawan. Guahu si Senora Bobby. I have an amazing lesson for you today. Do you like to climb trees? How many of you like to climb trees? Raise your hands. That's right. I see all your hands being raised. Great. You know, when I was younger, my Tsetlon-Lahi and I used to go and outside our yard and look for the highest and tallest tree, and we would climb the tree. And one of the trees we loved to climb was the Trongkon Nizuk. That's right, because it was so tall, and we would climb to the top as fast as we can. And once we reached the top, we could see the entire yard, and man, it was beautiful. Don't forget, if you climb trees with your Tsetlon-Lahi or Tsetlon Palawan, don't forget to please ask permission from your mom and dad, just to be safe, right? Great! All right, let's get started with this lesson. Here we go. All right, so today's lesson is about our Trongkon Nizuk. That's right, you guessed it. Great job for guessing. Our Trongkon Nizuk plays a very, very important part in our islands. That's right, because there are so many things you can do with our Trongkon Nizuk. They actually call it the Tree of Life or Trongkon Linatla because we can build houses with it. We can make clothing. We can make different types of things with it. But one of the things I know I love to do is eat it. Do you like to eat the coconut? That's right. I have 5 coconut trees outside my house. Let's count to 5 of my coconut trees outside my house. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. I have 5 coconut trees at my house. And coconut tree is Trongkon Nizuk. Can you say Trongkon Nizuk? Malik, my PBS friends. And I want to say it in a sentence. So if I want to say I have 5 coconut trees, I would say 5 na Trongkon Nizuk. Can you say that sentence? 5 na Trongkon Nizuk. Let me say it one more time. 5 na Trongkon Nizuk. Your turn, friends. Oh man, that's awesome! You guys did a great job. That's right. So Trongkon Nizuk is so important, most especially in our islands, because we use it for a lot of things. But one of the things we need to remember is to also help save it. We have to help save the trees by planting more. Can you do me a favor and plant more trees today, tomorrow, and anytime after? Can you do that? Great! All right, let's learn a little bit more about the Trongkon Nizuk and maybe the different parts that it has. All right, here's another thing that we love to do with our Trongkon Nizuk, or the part of the tree, which is called the Hagen Nizuk. Can you say Hagen Nizuk? That's right, 2 parts. Hagen means coconut leaf. Can you say Hagen? That's right. Good job, my friends. What about Nizuk? Great. Let's put them together. Can we put them together? Hagen Nizuk. All right. Can you say it? Hagen Nizuk? Great job. Yes, 2 words put together. And Hagen Nizuk basically is our coconut leaf. And the coconut leaves are used to weave. We weave baskets, right? We weave fans. We weave a lot of fishes and maybe stars. We weave a lot of things. But our Hagen Nizuk is so important, especially when we want to make something to put things inside, like our guagua or our basket. That's right. And our Hagen Nizuk also can be used to cook things like rice inside. That's right. Do you use your Hagen Nizuk for other things like we do? Oh man, great job. All right. Here's another word that is very, very important too as one of the parts of our coconut, which is the ha'iguas. Can you say ha'iguas? That's right. That's a long word. But ha'iguas is our coconut shell. And in our coconut shell, we use it for a lot of things as well. I like to use the coconut shell when I'm going to drink the coconut juice. Do you like to drink the coconut juice? Or if you don't have a cup, you can use the ha'iguas for water. All right, my friends. In celebration of CHamoru month or Mes CHamoru, we're learning about this Trongkon Nizuk because there are a lot of uses. All right, but let's review everything that we had just learned today, all the words. Our first word that we learned was Trongkon. Can you say Trongkon again? Maulik, good job. The other word we learned was Haganizuk. Can you say Haganizuk? Great job, my friends. And the last word we learned today was Haiguas. Can you say Haiguas? Wow, Maulik, Famagul. I think that was awesome. You guys did really, really good today. Don't forget, in celebration of CHamoru month or Mes CHamoru, don't forget to practice our culture, our heritage, and of course, most importantly, the language. Lenguaje, cultura, zen y hinengeta. All right. Please continue to celebrate wherever you are, your culture, your language, and your beliefs, as well as your heritage, of course. And Biba Mes CHamoru. Again, Biba Mes CHamoru. One more time, all together. Biba Mes CHamoru. And that's our time for today. Thank you for joining me. Adios, my PBS friends. And again, Biba Mes CHamoru.
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoa.
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, in every sight and every sound. Hi, you guys. Hello. Love. It's all about love. So I'm going to say love in sign language. Oh, that's I love you. I love you. Alright, since it's about love and February's here and there's so many things going around like hearts, we're going to talk about your fast fun fact. With me, Mr. Ernest Ochoa. And we're going to talk about Eros. Do you know who Eros is? E-R-O-S. Eros. It also sounds like what he uses to make people fall in love. He uses arrows to make people fall in love. Do you know who I'm talking about? Yes, he's got another name. His name is Cupid. So cute, little baby with like hearts and arrows. And so Eros is actually the son of the goddess of love, the Greek goddess of love, Aphrodite. Ooh, look at how pretty she is. Now Eros, aka Cupid, would spend the day using his arrows and shooting it at mortals and gods, because it worked on gods too, and made them fall in love. What fun that is. It caused a lot of marriages to happen. And that is your fast fun fact with me, boop, Mr. Ernest Ochoa. And I'm going to wear my red bonnet because, because it's red. And it's all about, oh my gosh, I look like a cardinal or an archbishop. There we go, my red bonnet. And I'm gonna go spread some love around to everybody. Ooh, such a cute little bow. I finally got it on correctly. Yay! Now I'm gonna go out and spread some love. Remember, spread love, not war. Bye!
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you, students, for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.